Fighters Voice.
The Fighters Voice.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lupe Contreras, and you're watching The Fighters Voice.
The Fighters Voice. You just tuned it in.
Global and worldwide.
Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the Fighters Voice.
The Fighters Voice.
With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz.
And the formidable co-host,
Mr. Cole Escobedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
Fresno, California. We're live here in Mad Production Studios. Man, it feels good to be back in studio. You know what? I was listening to that, and you know what? I like when it says your co-host with the most, Cole Escobedo. We got to get one that says Mike Ruther.
Yep, yes we do.
That says, what's up, brother? What's up, Mike Ruther?
Let's go. Let's
The
get
Mike
it.
Ruther Show.
Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the co-host tonight, Mike Ruther. We're about to bring it down because we got a lot of boxing news that's hitting the waves, that's hitting the airwaves. And, you know, I also want to talk about people who bite other stuff on social media. And that's okay, but give props to where props is due. If it's not yours, just say, hey, you know what, photograph by so-and-so, content by so-and-so, great story, how to share, whatever it takes, man. But don't start erasing watermarks and putting your own label on that stuff. And we could talk about that stuff all day, because right when you think that it's safe to go back in the water, you get
Yes,
bit
sir.
by jaws.
Oh, it just happened this weekend, and
just-
we seen it within 12 hours.
You know, Mike, you know, before I used to get kind of like, okay, that was kind of cool. You know, he borrowed it. But now it's starting to get a little irritating,
Yes.
man. I mean, you should just call yourself the Fighter's Voice, man. There's a lot of it going
Yes,
around.
Exactly, and there's paid journalists taking stuff. That's all I got to say about that one.
Yeah, I'll take that one as a compliment. But you know what, man? I want to say this. 2020, man. I mean, this is no longer a market for a dominant male market.
Oh, no.
You got your Christina Patra who's just smashing it.
Yep.
You got Michelle Phelps who's just killing it. And what's the beautiful one? Rage Woman or
Oh, Raging Babe.
Raging
Michelle Rosado,
Babe,
what's
yeah.
up, Michelle?
Hey, she's out there. Her content is blowing up.
We've been cool for about the last 3 or 4 years. She's amazing, man.
And
She's
who's
always,
this one? Is boobs and boxing or something?
She's out there.
She's out there.
She's
you know,
always-
but you know what? She's out there trying to
yeah,
make it
and
happen.
then,
She's working with 360 Boxing Promotions
believe
or
so.
Red Boxing. I'm not too sure
Yeah, I
exactly.
believe
who
they
it
have
is.
a show this weekend, from
Yeah.
what I've heard. So, yeah, no, she's always out there. She's doing pretty good.
No, and I know I probably missed. Oh, okay. Speaking of one though, but I will say around this area who's been doing really well, and I kind of I was watching her live show today, and that's Nancy from Supreme Boxing.
Oh, yes.
Now she's out there making it happen,
Yeah,
man.
she's
Fat
everywhere.
Connects.
Everywhere. So, yeah.
And who's the gosh, I mispronounce her name all the time. The lady from DAZN.
Oh, Claudia
Yeah,
Trejos.
yeah. Once I learned her story, I appreciate her a lot more than
Yep.
than the very beginning.
That's what my dad always says. He says he loves watching her just on there just because of what she's accomplished and what she's been through.
Yeah, and see, a lot of people don't know exactly what a lot of fighters go through, referees go through, anybody that's involved in the boxing game itself
Yeah.
or MMA, man. So
Yes.
we just need to all, like Rodney King said it best, man. Can't we all just get along?
Exactly. That's the main thing. You don't know what someone's gone through to get to that point, and hey, and just speaking of her, she's been through a lot to get there.
And you know what? Not to take things personal at all, nothing at all, because you know life's too short, man. And it's not till like strange things happen, and it kind of like makes you think like, wow, should I really go there and do that?
Yeah.
Speaking of going there and do that, man, I want to give mad props because rumor has it that Gabriel Flores Jr. was headed to Riverside to get some sparring in there, just working out there. You know, and I believe iron sharpens iron.
sir.
You know, a buddy of mine's going down there and doing some video work for him. And when I hear that, I get excited because that is a step forward, a step forward in the right direction.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He's going to be on a big platform being on that Wilder Fury card. So
Well,
you
look
gotta
at the
take it
champions that are
serious.
going inside that gym.
Yep.
And one thing about his dad, Gabe Sr., he won't hesitate to get his son the best exposure, the best workouts, surround himself with the best opponents, sparring partners, et cetera, et cetera. He wants nothing but the best, but he also allows his son to work hard for it.
That's how it's got to be. You gotta earn your keep.
I'm bringing him up here because, he's from our valley here, and he's going to be on the undercard of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yep.
Did you hear that soundbite today? Michelle Phelps from Behind the Gloves posted it with Tyson Fury, something about 7 times.
Oh, man.
And he just said it like a champ. He just said he's taking care of himself 7 times a day.
Hey, if that's what you got to do.
Hey, man, he said it was part of his sparring.
Well, he said it was part of keeping his testosterone levels up or something, man.
Talking about knocking it out, right? You know what I mean?
How does he find the time of day?
And those of you, I probably not going to repeat it, but I'm going to give a big plug to Behind the Gloves, man. You got to tune in her interview with, I believe she was over there and she was covering the fight. She was covering the fighters, and Tyson Fury was being interviewed, and another journalist asked him a question, and Michelle Phelps got that soundbite and just looped it, and
Yeah.
7 times, man.
7 times.
I'm impressed. I am. I'm serious. I'm impressed, man. I really am.
To have the
man.
energy to do that and train.
7 times a day.
I just feel bad for whoever was on the plane with him yesterday.
No, yeah, exactly. Or wherever he's at, man. But no, he's making it happen, man. And that's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I expect this one to be a little bit more action, and I this time I don't think it goes 12.
You know what? I start to shift every now and then, and right during that week, I'm kind of feeling Deontay Wilder right now. I really am, but it can change because Tyson Fury is just being an entertainer right now.
And it depends on what Fury shows up. If it's the Fury that's gonna, just box, then he could stay away from the right hand. He's probably gonna win a clear decision. Now, if he some point gets too pumped up and says, "Oh, let's go,"
well, you know
he's
what?
Probably going to sleep.
Keith Thurman said it best. He was on PBC and he said Tyson Fury can win a 12-round decision. Mm-hmm. But can he go the 12 rounds with Deontay Wilder?
It's just like Wilder said, these guys have to be perfect for 36 minutes. I need to be perfect for 2 seconds.
Exactly. And once he leans over with that right hand and commits, he hits another man, and that's it.
Yep, and you've seen the reaction on their faces when they're on the ground or when they're trying to get up. They have no idea where they're at.
I just like the fact that PBC, Top Rank, they're working together.
Yeah. I can't wait for Spence and Crawford. That's the one right there. That's the goal. I hope that one happens this year. It needs to happen this year because Spence is getting too big and Crawford is getting bored. So,
well, I like the collaboration, and I like hey, let's all smile to the bank and let's give the fans and the viewers exactly what they want, and that's that rematch.
And it's going to be a big one. I think to me, if I'm going to guess a pay-per-view number, maybe at least 400,000 minimum. Yeah. It might do more because you're going to have Super Bowl week. Yeah. You're going to have everything that basketball on ESPN all the time. So you're going to have everything there to help promote it, and they're going to be everywhere. And that press conference yesterday was good. So
no, it was good, and that was just the first stop.
Exactly, that's the first thing to do.
That's the first stop. But I plan on heading up there that week for the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and we'll see what happens from there. Everybody and their grandma's going to want to be there. All the press is going to want to be there as well. And we got to get some content. And, I'm going to get some coverage of Gabriel Flores, man. He's from our valley, came here in studio, had a good time. And I'm pumped up about the opportunity that he has and that platform that Top Rank has allowed him to have and expose his talent and his promise.
And I believe it's going to be part of the free preview. So it's going to be on ESPN and Fox Sports. So it's going to be on everywhere. So that's a big platform for him.
That is a big platform.
Yeah. So and it's a step up. It's a good fight for him. So hey, show your skills, man.
And Pops, he's in rare form. I was texting him yesterday, and his answers are short and powerful. How's everything going? Perfect. How's everything? I mean, he's already in fight mode and everything.
Ready.
He is. No, he is exactly.
He's got his son's in the rankings now, so he knows he's got to push it through. So
absolutely. Talking about rankings, man. I was watching an old video of Andy Vincent's calling out. Gosh dang it, who was it? Guy just was here in Fresno, man. Jamal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they used to go they used to run up to each other all the time.
Yeah, but see, I didn't see that video.
The one in Orange County?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny is I was talking to Andy that day.
Yeah.
While he was at the fight, we're just texting back and forth because I think he was there to support one of his teammates or someone.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just talking normal. And then he stopped texting me, and then he texted me back later. He goes, "Oh, sorry, I had a little fun." And then I seen the video pop up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I see the fun you
No,
were
he
having."
knows what he's doing. He's in full control. He knows exactly
Yeah.
what he's doing. Honestly, he does. And it may not be the bridge that a lot of people may appreciate or like, but he's doing what's best for himself.
And he knows how to get it talking.
And at the end of the day, the man can fight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he really can. And he posted something the other day, and I complimented, man, I like that right hand. I want to see that form of Andy inside of the ring.
Yeah.
It's going to take a couple of opponents that'll bring that out of him.
Oh yeah,
But-
and
but-
he's really skilled. It's just at times, as you said, the first time he fought Bell, I was hoping they would get their rematch, but it didn't. But the first time he fought him, you could see him a little hesitant, but then when he would let it go, you could see him really do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And it's just at times he seems a little hesitant, but I think now he's seen the mistake that happened in that fight. It cost him the fight. It was real close, but it cost him that fight. And I don't think he makes the mistake again.
No, I think he's going to learn from it.
Yeah.
I mean, who is Andy to think that he's perfect? Carnelo lost too, but Andy's will now that he has the second time around,
Oh, yeah.
it's a spark, it's a fire that I've never seen in him before,
Yeah.
and he wants to prove people wrong. So I'm El Tiburon fan, big time.
And I expect more knockouts from him, actually, because I think he's going to step into a lot more of his punches now. He knows he could outbox someone,
Yeah.
but he's got underrated power, and I've seen it back on the shows when he used to fight at
I'd like to
Chechensky.
see him and Herring, though. I'd like to see
Oh, yeah.
that happen. I think Herring is a skillful fighter too. Ever since he won that belt, and he has that team around. That's not
he's
going to
gotten way
be
better.
that's not going to be easy for any fighter.
He's improved drastically, just like Steve Nelson has improved, the one who fought
Yeah.
on Saturday as well. Bomac is a great trainer, man. He's a very underrated trainer. They just think, oh, it's just Crawford, just how they thought for years that Reynoso was just Canelo's trainer, and now you look over there and you're like, oh, he's.
What'd you
got a
think
team.
about the Hart-Smith fight?
Smith dominated that fight. That judge should go to jail. That
I
was
don't
ridiculous.
know what the heck is going on.
That was horrible.
The man has power in the light heavyweight division, and he has skill set. I mean, that guy needs to excuse himself as a judge.
Yes, and Smith, man, I mean, what can you say? When he knocked out Hopkins, that one hurt me because I'm a big Hopkins
Oh, so
fan.
am I.
But yeah, that guy, as they said, he's not an elite boxer.
Yeah.
But it's like Deontay Wilder. He's got that hand. If he hits you, hey, good luck. That's it. He's got a right hand. I mean, he hurt Bivol when they fought.
Yeah.
So that hand is world class right there. That right hand, that power is world class.
You know what? Hart never recovered.
Yeah.
He never recovered throughout the
he
whole
was
fight.
he was wobbled a couple times, and then he was finally dropped. And
No. I mean, he had a game plan coming in, and just like Mike Tyson said, it changed when he got hit.
yeah. The only thing I didn't like, and I got a lot of respect for Hart because he's a warrior.
Yeah.
Is the excuse he came up with after. At first, there was no excuses, but I hurt my hand. It's like I didn't mean to crash the car, but I was drinking.
Yeah.
Come on, no, don't make an excuse on it.
Yeah.
I mean, respect to you. You fought it out. He went the whole 10 rounds. He could have, when he got dropped, it looked like it was over. He stayed in there and he gave it his all. But don't make an excuse. Don't come out with my hand
Well,
hurts."
I'm glad. He realized now. I mean, right in the heat of the moment, people make excuses and they say things that they don't mean, man. But hey, Smith's the real deal, man.
Yep.
He definitely needs to get that. Unification, get one of these big names out there, and he's deserved it. And we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, he's probably going to get who fights this Saturday, Alvarez and Seals, whoever wins there. Probably a nice little springboard to go into a title shot. So we'll see.
A lot of fights going on
Oh,
last
yeah.
weekend.
Oh, everywhere.
Females.
Clarissa Shields doing
Can
what she always
anybody
does.
beat her, man?
At this moment, no.
I don't see that happening.
I would love to see her with the one that fought on Saturday, Jimenez, just to see what she would do with someone that's bigger than her. But I still don't think she would win. I think Clarissa would still beat her, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were very opinionated about that fight, and I'll say this, and I'm guilty too. Like, if I see a fighter's shorts fall down, I don't think I'm going to laugh because I'm involved in the boxing. Let's keep our opinions to ourselves, guys, especially when we're dealing with females. And as it is, for them to get inside the ring and perform at a high level, and we're going to make fun of somebody losing a garment or somebody that resembles something or what have you. And I'll just leave it at that. And a lot of people are having fun with it over social media. I started to chuckle, but then I started to realize, man, you know what? That's not cool, man. I
Yeah.
mean, they went out there and they made it happen. They put on a great
Yeah,
event.
that was a great fight.
was.
And like I've seen some of them, like I think the only one that I really did laugh at was someone said, if you look at it, she kind of looks like Chicharito.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, wow. Like, okay, yeah, that one was funny to me. That was it. But when they were like, oh, I was like, all right, come on, man. Like, you're overdoing it now. Like, that's no. And then when people talked about her voice, I actually had a discussion with that one too. then you look at it, it was like, oh, well, she used to be a heavyweight, so she
Yeah.
used to weigh over 300 pounds. Now she's that. Well, there goes the voice. That's why.
Yeah.
That could be a reason why. So at the end of the day, they put on a great show. Both fighters, her and Cruz, put on a great fight, and I hope they do it again because I thought the judges were watching the wrong fight in there too.
No, you know what? I don't know where they get some of these judges out. If they take time off or if I don't know. They need to be analyzed every now and then, man.
Because that fight was either a draw or 6-4, and they were 7-3 and 8-2. I was like, well, I don't know what they were watching.
No. But one thing I do want to talk about, February 1st, man, Jose Ramirez, man. I mean, he has to be excited, and I'm happy that Top Rank signed Josh Taylor, man. And it's almost a done deal. But in boxing, in the sweet science, man, nothing's guaranteed, and there's nothing concrete, and anything can happen.
Yep.
Anything can happen.
And Postal coming up for Ramirez is a tough fighter for anybody. So
Well, he's a tough guy. He's a veteran. He's been there, and you know, there's not going to be, Ramirez isn't going to show him anything that he's never seen before or had to adapt before. But Ramirez right now, he's just one of those quiet warriors, man, and he just takes care of business inside of the ring.
He's got a goal. He wants to unify. So I mean, I don't see him losing it right now. But as you said, you know, anything could happen. But I just think he's in that attack mode and he's ready to go. He wants Taylor. He wants to show that he's the best of the division. And hey.
Well, if you ask Regis Rigorou, Prograis, he's the best. He posted, I'm the best 140-pounder out there.
And Taylor says the same thing. So
I'm glad there's still fire in the 140-pound division. I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that believe in themselves.
Yeah, and that's and I now that Taylor has signed with Top Rank, I don't see him avoiding that fight with Ramirez as I thought he might have. No. Now there's no way. It's they'll both have their fights coming up in the next couple months, and then they'll meet up probably in the summer.
You know what, Taylor Ramirez, I see that happening, okay? I mean, no offense to, you know, of course, Jose has the mandatory February 1st. I just hope one of them don't get distracted along the way, like a Broner pop up and say, okay, come on, let's make some dollars over here. Because he's said over and over again, I can beat Ramirez. He's told Robert that numerous times, and Robert says, look, I'm 3-0. I'm 2-0 against you or what have you. You can't beat me.
2 or 3-0. Mikey, Maidana, 2-0.
Yeah, he's 2-0.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, Ramirez will be 3-0.
Yeah, but Broner don't deserve that fight. Broner needs to win a lot.
Speaking of needs to win and needs to do things, Andy Reese is in the news today. He's been offered a fight. He's also been hinting. He's been on, because he was quiet on social media for a while, and he said he asked all the followers, who should I fight next? What should I do next? And you know what? I was thinking, okay, I looked again, and he had over, I want to say 10,000 people that have already commented on this. So he is still 100% relevant.
Oh, yep. And,
big time.
And Eddie Hearn is the one that left him the message that got most of the attention. So
I can see that. I thought it would be maybe him and King Kong, but this could be another war.
Yeah.
But my man, you got to get in shape, bro.
Yes.
Andy, listen, I believe in you. I believed in Julio Cesar Chavez numerous times. I believe in you, my man. Get fit, get what you want to do mentally, prepare yourself, get that hunger like you did the first time, and make another run at this, man.
Yeah, and I mean, from what we've heard, you know, he's serious about it, and he's even looking at a certain trainer down south that might be able to push him over. I won't say a name, but I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm going to ask that trainer. I'm going to ask him Thursday because we plan on making a trip down there, and I'm going to ask him Thursday. Was it just lunch, brunch, or, you know, what's really going on?
Tacos, burritos, or was it a chicken salad, man?
Snickers.
It was a Snickers. That's what it was.
It was a Snickers and water.
That's what gives them the strength, man. That's what makes it happen right there.
If that's what it needs to be. Well, yeah, I mean, that we've heard. So, hey, if it is Dillian White in the UK, as they said, let's do it. I would love to see that fight. You know, Dillian White wants a big fight. What other way than right now is a former unified champion is Andy.
Exactly.
And it would put both of them right there. There'd be no way you could deny either one of them a title shot at whoever wins that fight.
No, I don't know who Anthony Joshua's going to fight next. Who's on his radar? He's waiting for the smoke to clear between Tyson. Okay, whoever wins between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, you're going to hear him chirping, but he's not going to fight the winner directly.
Well,
he's not.
He's got to fulfill his mandatory.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to depend on if he wants to lose that.
Well, there's some side money too, man, that you can give some mandatories.
But I don't think, like Pulev, there's no way. If Fury wins that, Pulev's going to be like, well, let me get Joshua, because then I could unify with Fury if I win.
For what it's worth, Deontay Wilder wins the fight. I don't see Anthony Joshua calling him out at all. If
he
if
will.
Tyson Fury does, I can see him saying, "Let's step up, let's sign," for whatever reason.
If Wilder wins, he'll call him out, but he'll say, "Yeah, you got to let me fulfill my obligations, and then we'll get it on." If it's Fury, let's go. But I do think he'll fight Pulev. He might get stripped of the WBO, which will leave that for Usyk and Parker.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen because I do want an undisputed champion in the division, and maybe all the belts will understand. You know what, Wilder and or maybe he surprises us all, wins his next fight, and says, "Wilder, let's go," and they do it. Perfect.
I don't see that happening, man. I really don't.
I don't, but Joshua knows right now.
But it has to happen, man. Come on, quit playing around.
And he knows right now. Yeah, they respect him. They give him credit for his win, but he's still got to shake that. That's and he's got to come back to the U.S. to win that fight.
He does.
There's no way he's going to tell Wilder, "Hey, come to the UK or come."
No,
he's going to have to come fight him.
That ship sailed already.
He's going to fight him here.
So, how true is the rumor that Tyson Fury invited Andy Reese to a training camp?
Oh, he did.
Okay, was he just joking around about the 7 times to stay in shape, or did he really throw it out?
I don't know. He said there is that quote. He did invite Reese because he says he knows how it feels to have it all and party it away.
Oh, okay. So that it wasn't because I'm going to spar with you. Can you get me through training?
He wants to get him. He wants to help him out, get back in shape.
Oh, okay. Well, then I like that part then.
Yeah, and see, like a lot of people were upset with the Joshua and Fury talking about let's spar together.
Yeah.
But I actually like seeing things like that because, as you said, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
Which better way? Fury's going to fight, if not the best heavyweight that there is right now, one of the best heavyweights.
Yeah. What
better way than let me get Joshua?
Jose Ramirez spars with Mikey Garcia
and Virgil Ortiz.
There you go. Exactly, and that's dynamite in there.
You got to fight how are you going to fight the best?
And I know Robert's making sure there's not a damn camera on. All cell phones are put away. I even heard him telling one time, "Allie, turn the camera off."
Yeah,
I've heard him a couple of times, and
those flies on those walls are probably just sitting there with popcorn. And
I bet they are just having a great time. Yeah. Speaking of popcorn, man, last Thursday I had posted, "Get your popcorn ready," because we had Kilo the Kid Madera on the podcast in Stockton, man. Now I'm hearing congratulations, March 21st, Toscano Boxing Promotions, Stockton Memorial Civic Auditorium. He'll be the main event on that card.
Good to see him always in action.
KP, even in Stockton, the fighter's voice has favor, man. He didn't have a fight. He didn't have an opponent. He didn't have anything. Didn't have a fight. He wanted a fight. We talked about a fight. He talked about his comeback in 2020, and I was believing him. You can see the fire in his eye, but there was nothing concrete. There was nothing on paper, nothing. Today, it was revealed today that he has a fight March 21st, man. That's good. Stockton, California.
Good to see him active.
Him
and his brother got to stay active.
It is, man. I don't know if Hector's going to be on that card, but there's a good chance that he will be.
Yeah. And Hector's always out there somewhere.
Yeah.
He's either in someone's camp or he's fighting someone, so that's always good to see.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna because all our the guys that were local here. I mean, from the Joe the Smoke and Joe Louis Lopez, Madman is still fighting. I'm hearing he has a tough fight coming up. From the Daniel Valdivias and when Kilo was coming down here and claiming Fresno as his own, we've had a lot of Fresno fighters. Yeah. But they're slim in none now. Yeah. So anybody from around our area, man, they have my support.
Yep. But actually, speaking of Daniel, I just seen a couple things he's posted of him out there training, running around. Yeah. So I'm expecting to see him sometime soon, hopefully.
Actually, we talked about that fight. We talked about when Kilo called him out. And, Daniel didn't respond for whatever reason. And no harm, no foul on Daniel. Daniel had some things that he needed to get clear first before he responds. And that's just really not his personality
he's not that
to fight back on media.
Yeah, he's not that type of person.
But I want to talk about our guy here, Evan, who signed with Golden Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. And Joel De La Hoya is his manager.
And he's fighting on the 14th in Anaheim.
Fighting on the 14th
Garcia card.
That's right. Yep. That's right. And we got a brief interview with him when we went down there to Selma, man. And before we were getting eaten by the mosquito flies or whatever, man. But when I looked at him, he was so poised, and the kid just hit hard. Mm-hmm. I didn't get to see him spar or anything, but I noticed, man, his work ethic was there, and he just hit hard. It was kind of like almost outgrowing where he was at. Yeah. And that's not a knock on the gym where he was at or anything. I just knew, like, oh, man, this kid has talent, man. And he's been knocking people out, man.
Yeah, he's got it. There's a reason they signed him.
Golden Boy just don't sign anybody. Yeah. So I'm happy for him and his family.
And he's going to be tested because Golden Boys don't baby their prospects.
You know what? No, they don't.
Yeah, so that's
I mean, a lot of other people do, but Golden Boy doesn't. They want to clear the air.
there's
right
only
there and then.
Top Rank knows exactly how to bring their fighter along. Golden Boy doesn't baby their prospects, and other ones, you know, when they get to the big show, they get knocked out. So,
No, and you know what? I can just see it. You know, I think Big Al Perez is going to make the shorts, say Sanchez in the front or something, but it's going to look good, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. I mean, he's doing really well for himself. Good looking kid too, man.
that's gonna, he's got skills, and that's gonna be good exposure for him on that card.
It is,
especially
man.
with Garcia. Hey, you never know; he might find a girlfriend. There's probably gonna be 95% women on that card.
Yeah, you know, it could be, man. I mean, De La Hoya, he knows how to market himself.
Yeah.
He does. There's another market to that because you got to remember, people can say what they want about Oscar De La Hoya. He flipped the whole script
Yep.
because of him. There was masses and masses of females in the crowd attending fights. Women are more involved in watching fights because, before it was like, okay, no, stay at home. You don't need to watch this fight.
Yeah.
Or they weren't interested. But when Oscar De La Hoya was there and they saw him without his shirt or even the weigh-in, I mean, they were there in attendance.
Yep, and Garcia's got that same pull now.
When a lot of people would tell me, oh, I hate Oscar De La Hoya, and I would tell them straight up, I said, you probably hate him for two reasons. One out of two reasons. One, you're Julio Cesar Chavez fan. Okay, yeah, I am too when he beat him.
Yeah.
Or two, your old lady's in love with him. Take your pick. I mean, that's what it was back then because everybody wanted to be Oscar De La Hoya. And if you talk to any of the fighters right here, they say, oh, yeah, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya.
He had the biggest fan
Jose
base.
Ramirez reminds me a little bit of Oscar De La Hoya.
That left hook.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
The way it kind of comes down.
Yeah.
See, Oscar, he called it it was like the 180 punch.
Yeah.
That left hook came all the way up. Fought conventional because he's right-handed.
Yeah.
But he fought left-handed.
Yeah, and he's strong.
No, I'm
yeah.
sorry. He's left-handed,
He's
but he
left-handed,
fights
but he fought,
right-handed.
yeah.
And see, I didn't even know until when he was in Fresno and he was signing an autograph
Yeah.
and he was signing with his left hand. I was
Yeah.
like, what the? Because I would always notice little things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I found that out. I forgot what one of his fights he was talking about that he was just more comfortable the other way, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why that jab was just on lock and on hit.
He would hurt people. That just shows you the type of power he really did possess.
No, and went up and down from the division. I mean, fought B-Hop and, paid the price there, but he went up there and he fought him, and he was fighting competitive until he got caught. People can say whatever they want about the man.
That body shot was deadly, man.
But in this era, man, even in anything, people are going to dislike and hate for
They're gonna find
for
a
no
reason.
reason. Exactly. You know what? Jose Ramirez said it best. He said, I don't care if you have 5 followers or 5,000 or 50,000 followers. It's what you do with your platform either way.
Exactly. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one day it's all gonna go away. And what are they gonna say about you? Oh well, yeah, he was there. Or
Jose's destined for greatness, man.
yeah.
I mean,
One way or another.
even after the career,
Yeah.
man. The man is brilliant when he talks about agriculture, farming, politics. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He has a plan.
and he helps people out. So
You know what? The plan that he has, he doesn't even know how big it is. It's his calling, man.
and he's still working on it. That's the thing. It just keeps expanding.
Dude, I just keep remembering when he says, Richard, I don't even cash my checks. It's all my capital, man. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Must be nice. Huh?
No, hey, man.
Hey, but he's working for it, though.
Exactly. He's putting it all in there, man.
Yeah.
He really is, man. And his brother, Luis, who is supposed to be on the show next Tuesday and give a recap on right before they hit China, man. And yeah, he's holding his own too, man. And he's not just because when you have your team, you see guys, they're just there. Well, he was my best friend, so I brought him up. Well, everybody has a job to do, and that's why that team is so strong. And of course, you have the one and only Mr. Rick Merigian.
Yeah.
He's making it all happen too.
Hey, funny things last week.
He's a comedian, man.
That was funny, man. Last week, I'll just leave it at that. That was a funny.
No, I
Twitter
did. I like the one where he said, serious, because I always try not to, like, I don't know. I'll see Rick stuff like, oh, okay, that was all right. But I saw this one, and serious, I was dying when somebody responded to something, and he said, you must have responded after you had those 200 edibles. And I said, he said something to that effect, and he's pretty witty, man, and pretty quick, too.
Yeah, his exchanges with Regis and Taylor last week were funny, man. They were pretty good.
Well, you're probably the best, but like in your own little area.
Yeah, the Black Panther one to Regis, that one was funny, man. And Regis liked it. He was like, all right, that was a good one, Rick.
Yeah, because he knows that was a good one.
That was pretty good. I seen that one in the one to Taylor. If you guys haven't seen it, just go look it up. That one was hilarious.
Yeah,
but
no, he was in Vegas. He was making some things happen, man.
Yeah.
And, him and along with some doctors, and of course Charles Tremblay, who's speed and agility coach, strength and conditioning coach, Jose Ramirez, who's been on the show as well, and as well as Charles. Charles is destined for greatness too. Going back, getting his degree, is going to come up with his own supplements, his own workouts, and just he's making it happen, man. He's out there and he's making it happen.
That's good, and in this day and age, that's what you need. You need someone that knows what they're talking about instead of just going out there and.
There's a lot of fighters that can use them, especially around here.
That's
exactly. And here, and I will say this: when he was here in Fresno, California, and he was training these fighters, he was offering them his genius, his expertise, and a lot of them either declined or didn't take it serious. And now that he's at that level, I mean, come on, man.
He's got the unified
he was right here in our area. How convenient.
Yeah.
Now he drives actually to Riverside. No, actually, Jose has him in a spot right now. Has him camped up right now. Yes, has his own spot. Because before he was driving. When we would go down to a wild card, when Jose was a wild card, he would drive there, I believe, every Tuesday and Thursday, and that's how bad he wanted it. And it was just like some little red car, man. But he believed in his product, believed in himself, and he's doing really well, man.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And that's the thing is a lot of these people out here just think, oh, I'm gonna just bulk up and I'm gonna go knock somebody out. And
no, man. His workouts are a little different, man.
He knows exactly how to do it to bring you to your best. So.
He does, man. Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, man, is Combate America coming back in February, man.
Month.
And, man, I mean, isn't Fromowitz even going to make the trip? I mean, because having him in studio not once but twice, it was a blessing because now he's hiring other people to go to these events, and he can exactly now sit in the seat that he needs to as co-founder, vice president, or not co-founder, but vice president.
VP.
Yes, exactly. Of the whole Combate Americas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be at the Puerto Rico one.
Oh wait, I'm thinking the big ones and the big pay-per-view ones. Yeah, I can see him there.
I'm sure he'll be in Puerto Rico.
Just like Lee Samuel told me, he said, "Richard, I don't do interviews anymore."
Yeah.
And it wasn't at me. He said, "I've told other journalists I don't do interviews anymore." So the time that he came in here was gold.
Yes, and that's a Hall of Famer right there.
And his wisdom.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed with Evan on his expertise in boxing. Well, that's what he does for a living now. He's a boxing encyclopedia.
Yep.
And he's pretty witty, very smart, and
He's hilarious.
yeah, he is funny too, though.
He's got that funny that you got to sit there and like, oh man, that's what.
Yeah,
he was
like
saying.
is he talking smack or is that funny? That type stuff. Kind of goes over your head a little bit.
Like they say, man, that some of the stuff he says on Twitter as well, it's gold.
It
just
is.
sit there and I'm like, oh, all right, Evan, there you go.
It is, man.
He's pretty good with it.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Mike. I mean, okay, let's break this fight down, man. This week and this Saturday, you got the return. Come on, man. You know who I'm talking about. You got the Cowboy, but you got the return. The notorious one, brother.
I don't know. It's not the same feeling as it was before, and it could.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It doesn't have all the hype that it has before because it's kind of in between a boxing. Boxing had a big, strong wave right now, and then UFC kind of had that little.
And it's not just. It's just Conor's fights are. I mean, he's doing it so few and far between now that it's kind of like.
He needs this fight though.
Yeah,
he needs to stay active to see where he's at. He
needs
to get the victory.
It's a must win for him.
Absolutely.
For Donald, I mean, that guy's a legend in the sport. He's got the most
what
wins.
Did you say? It's red panty week.
Yeah, he could fight. He could fight. He could lose this one and probably fight in a month and go and pick off 5 straight wins.
Who do you have winning this fight? And how do you think Conor's going to hold on to this 170 this second time around? No, third time around.
Yeah.
Diaz 170. The first time he just put it on. He just didn't eat. Second time he kind of had a little bit of conditioning.
You could tell he was in shape.
Yeah.
My gut says Conor just because he needs it and the UFC needs him to do it.
Yeah.
And my heart goes with Cerrone just because he's always done it. He's somehow, some way, and it's a fight that he's asked for before. But Conor needs him. I think if Conor's in his right mind and is really serious, he should win the fight. He should. I'm not going to say he will, but he should because it's a big fight.
What's this talk about Cerrone saying, okay, I won't take you down. I'll stand up with you. How long would that last?
Well, if they're just going to stand the whole time, Conor's probably going to knock him down at some point. I mean, no offense to Cerrone, he's got a really good and great stand up, but Conor was able to hang with Diaz standing up, and you've seen what Diaz did to Cerrone when they stood up, and that was more closer to both their primes as opposed to now. And
how far do you see it going?
At least 3 rounds, I would say. Just Cerrone's just as a durable guy. I mean, Conor could maybe knock him down a couple times, but. You know, Cerrone's like the Undertaker, man. He's just going to jump right back up. So it just depends.
Well, he's pretty durable too, man. But he's also a smart fighter. He's not going
Yeah.
to sit there and bang if he
Yeah,
gets hurt.
he's-
I see him keeping his distance from him, giving him angles and not committing. I see him definitely trying to take Conor to the ground.
And
That's
if
all there is to it.
He might not take him down early. Like, he might not try to go for it. He might do some kicks. He might, Muay Thai clinch, something like that. Just grab him, dirty boxing, something to bug Conor, as opposed to, I'm going to take you down. He might, get him in something just to push him up against the cage, get him with some elbows, some knees, whatever he's got to do. But eventually, if Conor starts to, wear him down, then he's going to take him down.
Well, let's talk about this. Say Conor wins first round, second round knockout. What does it do for him? Where does he go from here? Who does he call out in your mind if he gets the victory by knockout?
170, right?
I mean, the fight's at 170. I don't know if he's going to stay up at 170.
If he stays at 170, the only way that he could earn anything back, he's got to fight Gamebred. He's got to fight Masvidal, and I think Masvidal will absolutely destroy him. But I
that
would
guy's
just
a
love to
different
see
type of animal. He'll sit there and
yeah.
bang with him, but he's a different type of animal,
Yeah,
man.
I would love to see it, just because those
Okay.
press conferences will be
You're
legendary.
managing Conor. Do you take that big fight,
Oh, hell no.
or do you take the title shot?
You take a title shot.
Yeah.
No, because in my opinion, Gamebred's going to hurt him.
That's uncharted water in your
But-
career. You don't need to go there.
It depends on what weight is he going to go to. If he stays
He
at
can't stay
155,
at 170,
if
man.
he goes to 155, he's got to beat somebody
Yeah.
to earn that title shot. I don't want to hear that. Oh, well, he beat him at 170 though.
Well, according to Dana, Dana's world.
Well, Dana does things his own way, but
Yeah, he does.
But
But he gives. I mean,
it's
any decision he makes, he's still giving back to the fans
yeah,
because
that's
you
the
got
thing.
fans that side with that.
He's gonna get whatever gets his fighters the most monies nowadays. So that's fine. I'm all for those fighters getting paid because they put their lives
Yeah.
on the line. So, but he would have to beat somebody at least top 5.
I
at
wouldn't want to
155.
see that fight. I wouldn't even be a fight, man. That'd be a massacre. That dude hits too hard.
Yeah, if he fights Gamebred, he's getting destroyed. And I think if he fights Usman,
Oh no,
that's
no,
even worse
no,
because
no.
he's talked about going
That
up
guy.
there.
That guy's too technical, too genius. That guy's just a.
He just broke a man's jaw, man.
No, man. That guy's no. You don't want to.
You
do
know what?
that.
Even at that, I think even Covington would beat McGregor.
No, that's
I think those three.
not even. We can't even have that conversation.
No, I think those
can't.
three guys, and I'm going to be honest, I dislike Covington, but the man could fight, and the man's got
he's
heart.
Cardio freak.
Yeah, and the man's got heart. I mean, to go through, 4 rounds with that
Yeah.
broken jaw?
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's all respect there. And I just think those three guys, the top 3 at 170, Brett McGregor, but at 155, I mean, he might have a fight with Ferguson. That might be a decent fight for him.
So you're saying Ferguson's gonna win? You're saying
Well,
Ferguson's gonna beat?
I honestly
Habib.
don't. On that one,
Yeah.
every day I see it differently. I'm like, oh, yeah, Ferguson. Then the
Well,
next day,
I'm rooting for Ferguson.
Yeah,
I want to see a change.
I say Ferguson, and then the next day I'm like, man, you know what, Khabib though, man, who's gonna get up from a takedown from him? Who's gonna move away? And then I'm like,
He just goes to his bread and butter. He takes you
Yeah.
down, and that's it.
if it's work, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, yeah, that's what works.
So and
That's what works
and
for
the thing that I like about him
And
is,
what did Diaz say? Hey, man, nobody wants to see that
yeah.
shit.
But the thing with him is,
He goes, does you guys want to see that, or you guys want to see, you know what I mean?
But with Khabib, it's not boring to me when he does it because he's constantly working. I don't like the fights where the guy takes him down and then they just got your arm over you and smacking. No, Khabib's out there trying to put you in the lock while he's punching the hell out of you in the face. So I love watching him fight.
And he's disciplined.
Yeah, he's not going to do nothing reckless.
What did he say? He said, don't say Assalamu alaikum and then mention whiskey in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Remember he
Yeah.
told him that? And he goes, no, what do you mean offered drink? I don't drink.
Yeah.
And he started getting mad.
Oh, yeah,
He goes, I don't drink. He goes, let's make
All of
that clear.
Yeah, and then when when Conor disrespected his wife, man, he's lucky.
Yeah.
Conor's lucky he didn't get worse.
Well, Conor was buzzing at that press conference.
Yeah.
Serious. He was tore up. He took some
Yeah,
shots.
but
And that's not the way to do it because he wasn't as witty as he usually is when he's out his game on his toes.
and he wasn't what the Conor that we had seen when he fights. Even when he has been beaten, he was there. He was doing something. In that fight, he had nothing for Khabib. It was a destruction. I was like, oh man, that's like.
Well, whenever he started to have any type of success, Khabib just took him to the ground and flipped it on him.
And I think honestly, what ended it was when Khabib landed that right hand and dropped Conor.
Well,
I think that just
you know what? You know why Conor didn't get knocked out? Because he was in great shape.
yeah. But that right hand, I think
Oh,
it just
no, that surprised him.
yeah, and that's
He's
what it
like,
was.
where the hell was that from? Who the fuck is this guy?
At that
that's
point-
that's what he
yeah.
said when he got hit with that right
At
hand.
that point, he
we
was
just
like,
turned
you know
into the
what?
kick-ass podcast, but no.
Yeah, at that point he was like, "There's no way I'm going to win this." I think it just took everything out of him because his only chance was, "Let's stand up, bam." And he's going to knock me down too.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? That's why I felt he That's what it looked like to me.
What do you think he got out of that fight, and what adjustments do you think he can make?
He's got to be 100% committed, and he's got to understand that he needs a ground game. The same way that Ronda needed to learn how to actually box is the same. He's got to learn how to ground game.
She had no head movement, man.
I said from day one, I had so many people come at me, oh, you hate MMA. I was like, I love MMA. But if she stands with Holly Holm, she is going to get her ass kicked. Yeah. And I was like, and it doesn't pass 3 rounds.
I've always thought it would be, she's fighting this Saturday. No, she's fighting at the end of the month.
Oh, Cyborg?
Yes, I also thought it would be Cyborg.
She was never going to fight Cyborg. She was scared. Yeah. I knew that from day one. I said
she wasn't negotiating her weight. She wasn't negotiating.
She said I wasn't. She said she's not going up, or I'm not going up. She's not coming down. So why even worry? She kept playing the game until she ran into one.
Hey, don't let the cage fool you. Yeah. She knows how to rock that skirt if she wants to.
Well, I've seen.
Yeah, she does.
I've seen the before pictures of her when supposedly they say before any type of supplements, and yeah, she looked a lot different. Still in good shape, but yeah. No, but Cyborg, I'm a big fan. I've been a fan of her from day one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I knew if they were to fight, she was going to beat the hell out of her because Cyborg has all the skills and she could box. There was no way that Ronda was going to beat her. I mean, Cyborg was what Amanda was to Ronda that night.
Yeah.
Times 2 in her prime.
Yeah.
Because Cyborg was, I mean.
Amanda's
the best. Yeah. Honestly, in MMA, women's MMA, she is the best ever because everybody that you could say, oh, who has she beaten? It's like, oh, top, for the girl that they say brought it. Cyborg, the most avoided fighter, the most imitating fighter.
She threw down.
Exactly.
And she was trying to land that right hand from the get-go just to try to get that respect.
Yeah.
And when she did, it was good to her.
It was over. I was in shock. I was ready to put money on Cyborg, and then I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't put no money because, oh, man.
The lioness.
Yeah. So, hey, I love watching her fight. I know she's supposed to take a little bit of time
Speaking about
off.
a beautiful woman who could also fight, is Zoila Frosto, have you heard anything? Is she going to be on that February card?
She's supposed to. She posted, I believe, on Instagram that she's coming back on that.
Okay.
So, yeah, her.
Because she's in camp. I've seen some of her posts, and she's out there working out.
That should be a good card out here. And then now that they're working with Access, that should be good. More exposure.
That's great exposure.
Yep. So, I mean, I love the first one that they had.
And I like it because it's English, so I'm going to have to send Mike that real tape real quick. You know what I mean?
Hey, I've already told him a couple times, man, whatever you need me to do some interviews,
anything,
you need me to do
a
backstage or on the mic, if they don't want to come out, just let me know. I'll handle.
Forbid they get a sore throat.
I'll handle play-by-play duties.
There you go, man. That'd be fun.
That'd be perfect. But yeah, I mean, they put on good shows, and I love watching them. They always bring.
They're exciting. No, it's never a dull show. I mean, every single show that I've went to, the last fight, these guys just go at it. They leave it inside the cage.
Every single one that I've been to from them, there's been at least 1 or 2 fights where everybody is standing up for not just seconds, for minutes or the whole round. But
I tell you what, there was a fight that nobody got to see. There was a fight that wasn't posted. There was a fight that wasn't on the monitor. There was a back scene fight, man, that only a couple people got to see. And oh my gosh! And I'm not saying this to clown the man. This man will walk through whatever he needs to for his client, for his fighter that he's managing. For whatever reason, Rick Morrigan, he got into it with some other executive, and I was going to bring my camera out and start filming it, but out of respect, I go, I'll leave that alone. But they were going at it, man. They were serious. That was a good one. I
heard a little bit of stuff about that, but yeah.
No, man. And Rick was so excited, he stepped on my shoe and he broke it. He did. I sent him I didn't send him the bill, but I sent him a picture of my shoe, and it was like ripped. I didn't get a response. I'm like, dude, I wear a size 12, dude. You can hook me back up, homie.
Size 12 ain't cheap, man. You got to go online like every other day. You try to go to the mall around here, they don't have that size.
But my point is, he was going to war for his client, yes, for his the Jose Ramirez, who he represents.
Yeah, and Rick will go to war with anybody.
And you got you got a unified champion of the world in hometown. He's sitting inside the area right outside the cage. I mean, you got to recognize that stuff, man.
Exactly. And I believe Campbell came up to him that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like everybody else, I don't know who that other guy was that was,
I think it's just a big misunderstanding or something, man. But it was good listening to it and watching. I was going, these guys, they won't throw down. I go, nah.
I don't put it past Rick. I think Rick will do it. You know, Rick gets all pumped up, gets everything excited, and then he can't actually do the fight. I just
So
think
you think he may be like a Bones Jones and throw the shoe like he did at Daniel Cormier?
Oh, no,
When he threw the shoe?
I
You
think
think Rick will throw down?
I think he'll throw a
He
right
has to
hand.
know something, man.
Oh, yeah,
If
he
he's been
does.
in and out of gyms and he used to hit 3-pointers, Rick, do you have hands? I want to
Rick-
see you hit the speed bag or the heavy bag one day.
Rick looks to be in decent shape.
I
think
want
he
to
could
see
throw-
Rick spar with Ali Setback.
Oh no, Rick will probably put that man to sleep.
You think so?
Yeah, I believe if anything, Rick has that one hitter quitter. I think they'll be out there running their mouth
And then drop the mic?
Yeah, he'll probably hit him.
He'll
and just
post
be-
that shit all day.
Yeah, he'll hit him and he'll be like, "See, I try to talk to this man, give him some knowledge." You know, he'll give an inspirational quote and then be like, "But he went to sleep," and then walk away.
Yeah, exactly. He'll promote his own fight.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, I just knocked this man out. Go look at the YouTube video." Of
Yeah,
it."
exactly. And hashtag going to sleep.
Yeah. He'll be like, "If you guys want to see the
Dreamland.
part 2, let me know."
No, but no,
Yeah.
it was real. It
That's
was
just
real.
what Rick does.
But I was tempted. I go, nah. I go,
Yeah.
I'm not. Nah.
No,
Somebody else would have jumped on it, but they didn't recognize what was going on.
yeah,
They
I
didn't.
just thought it was just people talking.
No, they weren't talking
Yeah.
because they walked away.
Yeah.
I was going, is he gonna let his hands go? Because like if he would have gotten this posture
Yeah.
or something, and did that fake little look or something, see him drop that right hand.
Might have just gave him with a little Jose check hook. Oh, man.
That would have been something. No, I don't think that was
hilarious.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
But the argument was good.
I think Rick one day will.
It was heated.
I think one day someone's gonna get mad at Rick, and Rick will probably lay something on him.
Or at least hit the speed bag or
Yeah.
something in front of
No,
somebody, just to let him
he
know.
does. He probably does it all the time, at home or at the gym that he goes to. He's probably in there. I mean, there's no way.
Undercover contender.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. He might be saying, "Oh, you know, I'm getting manager of the year. How about one of you managers step in the ring and we fight it out?"
So what is the process on that? Have they announced that yet or what?
I don't believe so, but I know
I mean, I
he's in
voted
there.
like 10 times. You could only vote twice.
Yeah.
I got on different accounts for you, Rick, and voted. I had my daughter vote for you. I voted for you on both ends there. KP voted for you. I know somebody voted against you. They're just haters, but, you know.
He won it last year, right?
Yeah, he won it last year.
so-
I mean, it's hands down, man. It's just a matter of time, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, the work speaks for itself.
Yep.
It really does, man.
And as he says, he's always telling Sean, "Oh man, I want to be like you when I grow up."
Sean's another man. He's in the Philippines just making it happen,
he's
man.
everywhere,
Yeah,
man.
He is. And he gives 100%.
Yeah.
And the man does it with desire and actually cares. He just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
do it. He'll sit down there wherever you're at in like a little hut, or he'll kick back and eat bread and bologna with you,
Yeah.
man, and just chill.
He loves the people he works for. That's really it.
He has a wonderful job,
he's just
man.
and he's just a great guy. I mean, as someone said during the last fights out there in Vegas, it was Sean. I forgot who the other one was, but there was so many people coming up to take pictures with Sean over the fighters. So
Oh, yeah, I see
it
that.
was
Yeah,
like,
it's just his personality.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. Viva Sean, you already know.
Viva Sean. Viva Woody all day long.
All day.
Thumbs up for Richie.
Yeah,
My man.
that guy's hilarious.
Oh,
man.
he
He's
took
a
it
great
to
dude.
another level, man.
He's a legend, man. That's
No, he
simple as that.
really is.
Oh, you know who they were talking about? They were talking about Lee and Sean. Just
Okay.
them two walking through. That there was journalists, media,
Yeah.
just people in general, people that know about boxing wanted to sit there and take pictures with them and talk to them. And
You know
that's
who's
just
another bad dude, man? Serious. And he's up for a matchmaker of the year, too. And he's going up against Roberto Diaz,
Oh, yeah.
and that's Brad Goodman.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he
That's probably the two best in the game right now at this point.
Brad, he's what you call, you know, like that guy on Pulp Fiction?
Oh,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
just solves problems.
Yeah.
I think slightly he wants a fighter not to make weight or something, so he can say, okay, let me pull a rabbit out of my
Yeah.
hat. Let me see. Because a cut man isn't a great cut man until the fighter's
Yeah,
bleeding.
until it's cut. You don't know how good
You
they are
can be
until something
there.
happens.
You can be there, and you're with the fight. Can you imagine? Okay, can you imagine if Floyd Mayweather's cut man? He's probably going, dude, come on, dude. Can you can I patch up the sweat?
Let me just wipe this off real
Yeah,
quick.
let me just put the sweat. You know, let me wipe off the
or,
sweat.
Or
Or
he might
something.
just be sitting there like, man, I don't got to worry about nothing right here. He's bleeding. Oh, I didn't bring my stuff today.
No, I mean, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, look what he did with Valdez and Lopez.
Yeah.
That guy came in so far overweight, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, man, there's not going to be, oh, hey, we got Adam right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Exactly.
And then you sat there and you're like, you know what, that might even be a better fight. And it turned
Yeah.
out to be a great fight.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was perfect timing. I mean, that shows you the skill. It was done within minutes practically. It wasn't 3 days, 4 days. It was like, hey, man, we got 20 minutes to
And
make
you
this
all,
fight.
and you could always tell what kind of mood he's in. I'll say, hey, how's it going? He goes, busy right now. What's up? What do you need?
Yeah.
Right? Or like, hey, how's everything going? And you get a whole paragraph
Yep.
of a sentence back on a text as opposed to, hey, okay, you know he's brainstorming right now. He'll
Yeah.
go, busy as hell. I'll call you back. We'll have steak.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jersey. Or he'll just say, stuff like
Yeah.
that, right?
Oh, yeah, him. Lee too. When Lee's busy, he's just like, "Oh man, it's good." I'll talk.
Lee
to
will call you and talk to you for 2 hours, man.
Yeah, when he's got nothing to do, if he's not busy, he's like, "How's it going?" Hey, yeah, you know what? I seen your story, or I seen everything. I seen this. Yeah, so what do you think? Oh, thank you so much. Or hey, I seen the picture you posted up, and I'm like, oh really? Oh, all right, thanks, man. So that Lee's like that. It's more than just the first person you see when they put the promotions up. There's a lot behind the scenes. Just Lee, Brad, Evan. Yeah. I mean, that guy's he's a genius. Like we said, Roberto Diaz over there with Golden Boy. I probably talk to him.
Oh, he's all business, man.
Yeah, I probably talk to him maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and just constantly, and it's not even always about boxing. It's just sometimes like, oh, how's your day going? Like he'll tell me, hey, how's life? Oh, it's good, man. Just enjoying. Oh, that's good, man. Hope everything's good, and we'll just keep talking about normal stuff.
He's professional. When he came down here and they were collaborating with Top Rank,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was here. He was professional. He knows how to handle himself on the microphone, in front of the camera, in front of the fans, and it was all business. Afterwards, he got on a red eye and just bounced.
And hey, you got to invite me to some of your barbecues, man. Have you seen?
No, can he get down?
No, it's not even him. There was once, I think it was like a random Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
He had the whole backyard. I mean, they were making every type of food you could think of. And I was just like, what's the occasion? He said, it's just a Wednesday. I was like, oh,
hey, Flores can get down.
Yeah.
Because he's been posting some spreads lately, man. And he goes, yeah, Rich, every once in a while I'll mess around,
Well, yeah, this one he didn't make it, but I mean, it was people there. But that's a nice, let's just say the backyard of his home is like 3 or 4 Fresno-sized homes.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, man, okay. And
matchmaker.
Yeah, I mean, and he's always got on that nice suit looking like, mafioso over there. So.
No, exactly. Because I wasn't sure when he was in Fresno. I wasn't sure, is that him or not? And KP's the one who goes, hey, there's your dude.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure, man, because he did look like someone from The Sopranos, man.
Yeah.
But like for the Mexican ones.
Yeah, when we went to Carson, I was like, man, he had his glasses on. He had a little timepiece and just standing there looking around. Everyone looked scared to talk to him, and I was like, Robert, he's like, oh, hey. And I was like, he looks like, oh, yeah, don't walk up to that guy. He's probably going to, hey, real quick and wipe it off. But no, he just came up, said hi. He helped me out with some passes. Yeah. Was able to see the fights last year out there, and it was pretty cool. I was right there behind the DAZN cameras.
Oh, there you go,
so,
man.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. And he goes out of his way to help people. And he's a great man. I mean, simple as that.
Yeah, I heard a story how he got started, by being a fan of Marco Antonio Barrera, and then the door opened and he dove in.
Yep, and look where he's at now.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the best in the game. He's a people person.
And like we said, he's the matchmaker for Golden Boy, and I've told him countless times, I love the fact that you don't baby your prospect. And it's like he said, why are we going to put our fighter that we may have put in $4, $5, $6 million into that big money fight to see him get wiped out in a round?
Yeah,
we want to know before they get there, is it worth investing into that? Speaking
of that, is Ryan Garcia the real deal?
I think so. I do think he's a little behind Tio Lopez, Devin Haney.
I think so.
Behind, if he's close to someone, I say he's close to Tank right now. And the only reason I say that is the level of competition. I think Tank's skills, power, and everything is out of this world. But he hasn't had that level of competition.
I can see that fight. If it was to happen today, Ryan doing good, a lot better than people would give him credit for. But at the end of the day, I see Tank finding a way to win.
Yeah, I would probably say Garcia surprises him early.
Yeah,
and then
I don't want to see that fight. Not now.
It's
not
probably
now.
Right now. It'd probably be 8-4.
No,
maybe at the end of the year is where you're like, oh, hey, like we said,
or that fight may be 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Yeah, Garcia's gonna get Fonseca, which is a tough out.
Yeah.
And then he's going to follow that up with Linares if he could get by on Cinco de Mayo weekend. So
he's stuck in almost like a shade of gray. Mm-hmm. He's not quite there, but he's beyond the ones that are one step there. He's kind of like in that middle place right now.
He's above prospect in the early contender spot, but not at champion contender yet. He's right there.
That whole division is underrated. There's monsters in that division. There's monsters in there.
And you know what the thing is, honestly, I believe no matter what happens, win or lose, Lomachenko and Lomachenko probably goes back to 130 because that's where he's extremely dominant at. Mm-hmm. At 135, I just think those guys are way too good.
How do you see that fight happening? Is it going to happen in April like everybody's saying?
I think it's supposed to happen in May from what I've heard the last couple of times. Probably May in New York.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, it being in New York is it's going to completely shift for Lopez there. You know that.
Yeah.
But Lomachenko, he don't care.
Yeah.
Seriously, he really don't care or he fights or.
And you know what though? Wherever he fights, he brings a crowd with him. He fought in
Yeah.
L.A. He had the whole crowd behind him. He fought when he fought Gary Russell.
Yeah.
He had a crowd with him, and that was in his third fight.
Who did he say? Don't touch me. That was that. What's that guy call himself? The Schmood or the. The Schmo. Oh, we saw the Schmo, huh? We saw him at Wild Card.
Yeah.
First time I saw him live, I was like, what the?
Yeah.
That's just his style, though.
Yeah.
It was cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he touched Lomachenko. He said, don't touch me, man.
Yeah.
Or he said something, don't touch me.
Yeah.
He said something. I was like, get on down.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is that you see that and you're like, oh, okay, he's one of those. But no, he's real.
No,
yeah,
no,
you don't just
he-
walk up on
you
someone
don't-
and
you know, yeah, I got my space. You have your
Yeah.
space, and it could be the language barrier too,
Yeah.
different customs. He don't touch me.
Yeah.
I remember Julio Cesar Chavez. He didn't like people touching his neck.
Oh, yeah.
he didn't. Like when he was in the prime of his career, I don't know if he had a bad neck or something. I've seen him actually remove a
Yeah.
hand and said, no, like, don't
And
touch me.
I think a lot of that too is just old school Mexican. You don't like people touching
Oh,
you.
no, no.
I don't like people touching me if I don't know you. Don't try to give me a hug. Don't try to. Not that long ago, a cousin of mine came up in Walmart and I didn't see her.
Yeah.
Real close, and she was like, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's just the way we are. If we don't.
Yeah.
We don't recognize you. We don't see you. It's like, hey, oh, okay. So.
But you see, these are real stories. These really happened.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, it's. How can I say that? Everybody has their comfort zone, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy the fact that you can talk to these people and they open up and they
Yeah.
relax in front of you and they expose their privacy to you.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of honor. That's why I didn't get the camera and want to hold it up.
Yeah.
When Rick was about to hit that dude upside the head.
Yeah,
but
there's
Rick was about to let loose,
yeah,
man. Seriously.
There's been so many times where I've seen something or I've been near something that's
Yeah.
going on, and I'm just like,
No.
I'll watch it, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take it.
No, I'm
There's
not
been-
that guy,
yeah.
man. Serious.
And-
That's not why I
yeah.
got involved in this
Yeah.
business. I'm not that guy.
I don't want to be the guy, oh, hey, that fighter's, getting into it with that guy. Let's go record. You know what?
That's-
something could have happened there. For all we know, it's probably the other guy that started it.
And that's a good way of getting fallen and getting your ass kicked too,
Yeah.
or posting some stuff
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
and getting rocked.
Or posting some stuff and never getting credentialed again. So
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, career suicide.
yeah. So that's why
Or
I've
posting
seen
stuff and you don't got your facts correct.
Yeah, I've seen stuff and I'm like, oh man, nope. I'll say in LA at StubHub, there's been a couple times that I've seen people get into fighters' faces,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, please let this guy put a hand on the fighter,
Yeah.
so the fighter could hit him.
Well,
I'm not gonna record
Mike
it.
Tyson too. Like when he got that guy when he tried to hug Mike Tyson,
Oh, yeah.
like he knew him. He's like, dude, you don't know me. You
Yeah,
don't know anything
exactly.
about me.
You don't-
You need to bounce.
You don't just come up on anybody.
And see, I understand why now, honestly, why some fighters act the way they do. When they walk away and say, no.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, there's fans too. They're jerks.
Yeah.
They're hecklers, they're jerks, and I don't want to take a picture with you. I don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
I know who you are. See, the public, we just see them walk away, but they know them personally because they tag them or they
Yep.
see them on social media and they're down talking them.
There might
and
be
when
the
they
same
they
guy,
get
yep.
confronted, that's why you got to be very careful when the stuff that you post.
Yep.
You know, it's okay to say, hey, I would love to see fighter A fight fighter B, and it'd be a great fight. But as far as like, starting to match these guys up and getting them pissed off, man, you're gonna walk into an ass kicking.
Yeah, I mean, you could say you're gonna match him up, but the thing is, a lot of these guys when they match, oh wow, this guy's a bum, so he'll probably. First off, there's not one fighter
Nope.
that's a bum.
Exactly.
If you're willing to step into the ring and risk your
Exactly.
life or entertainment for somebody else, you are not a bum. There's fighters that may not have the same type of desire and heart as others, give up real quick, but I'm still not gonna.
They're a professional opponent,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna call them.
and
a
they're
bum.
they're making a living for
Yeah.
themselves.
At the end of the day, they're risking more. You're watching at home. You're not going to risk going in there. It was funny. I seen a post about what's his name, heavyweight that fought on Saturday, Sonny Costo. Some guy said,
Trying
"Oh
to find
yeah."
something.
He said, "I was talking to him Sunday." He goes, "And this is the difference between a fighter and a regular person." He said, "I was talking to him Sunday, and I said, 'What are you doing?' And he said, 'I'm going to the gym.'" He's like, "This was less than 12, 14 hours after his fight." And he asked me what I was doing, and I avoided the gym because I was tired from staying up all night watching the fights. And he said that's the difference between a fighter and me, and that's exactly the thing. The fighter is actually risking it while we're sitting there watching it.
Exactly.
There's no reason for
Exactly.
you to down talk a man like that.
Exactly.
Or woman.
Or with a beer, with a whatever,
Yeah.
enjoying it and inviting everybody because it's it's a show, it's entertainment,
Yeah.
man. But no, at the end of the day, yeah, you got to respect them, and I respect the fact that anybody that laces them up and steps in there and puts the work in, man. They have my respect.
Yeah. The only one that you could say anything about is the man that walked out of the ring before the fight started. That was about it. That one.
No, we did. Okay. KP, I was ring announcing that fight. Okay, I was ring announcing a fight, right? In Stockton. I think it's the second round. I don't remember the guy's name. And he's hitting the other guy low. So he's like, hey, man, he gives him a warning, stop it. And then he got mad and just freaking walked out of the ring. So when they gave me the decision, I wanted to be very careful because I've never had that. How do you announce that? And I forgot what it was, is a winner by forfeit or winner by... Yeah, he just walked out of the ring. I sent you something, KP.
Yeah, that was, again, that's like who was it? I don't remember his name. I know the first fighter was a heavyweight. It was on the PBC show where he walked up, they walked in the ring, they clapped the bell, and he was like, you know what?
F that, I'm good.
But
I'm good.
The funniest thing was, it was like I heard that they hadn't really seen each other in the lead up to the fight, and then I was like, I wonder if he just got there and was like, you know what?
I'm good, homie.
Big.
I'm good, homie.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing because I remember I was like, oh, I like it was a Jagba, the heavyweight, the Nigerian, I believe, from PBC. I like watching him fight. The guy could fight, and then I was like, oh, he's fighting. What?
He goes, no, I'm good.
Yeah, man. I was like, did that guy just leave the ring on him? And even him, he was like, he clapped his gloves together and then looked like, what's this guy doing? Just walked down the steps and was gone.
Man, well, I'll tell you one person that would never do that, and this is a youngster from Stockton, California, man, Mr. Izzy Bones. Ramos says he's a promising young little guy. He was on the show the other day, man. Great family, is very supportive by his mom, his dad, and I was going to go watch him, but he's competing March 21st, so that's the day that I'm doing the event. But the next time he does an event, I'm going to go check him out. And Ernie Jaimes, who does some promotion here in Fresno, we're going to see about getting him on a card, getting him matched up here in Fresno, man. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that, man. But no, yeah, I was right there with you, man. I was tripping out too. I mean, when you see it there, I was thinking, okay, well, I've never seen. Is he really leaving? Yeah. Because he can't come back in now. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen fighters like, you know what, I'm done. But that's, I mean, to that point, I see more of, I've taken a beating. Yeah. Why am I gonna? I'm not gonna win. And I could see why fans...
stop it like that.
Yeah, and I could see fans get mad about it, but then at the end of the day, I start thinking, man, look what we had last year. We had so many deaths. I mean, that was something that hadn't happened.
Buddy McGirt, he stopped that fight.
Yeah,
the referee, said, no, hey, and show me something.
And like he said, hey, it's better stop it now and live the fight another day.
Nobody could ever question him.
Yeah, I mean, he had a fighter die on him, and he did everything he could to save him, but, I mean, it just didn't work out that way.
Exactly.
So... I mean, if there's anybody that would want cornering me if I was a fighter, it'd be Buddy, because I know there's no way he's going to let me go through that.
No, well, I mean, yeah, exactly. And it took what he had to go through about, he's not going to ever second-guess himself, and he's a professional trainer, and he knows he made the right decision. Quickly, man, this Saturday, Conor McGregor, Cowboy, who's your winner and how and why?
I'm going to say Conor, stoppage, he's probably going to cut him up just to where they have to. Same way.
What round?
By the third at least. Just like I said, Cerrone's very, very durable, and Conor, if he's serious about it, he's gonna do it. If he's not, I think this might be the first time we see Conor go to sleep, like not choked out. I think asleep from just a barrage. Because if Donald hits you and he got you rocked,
well, I thought it was that combination 1-2 kick.
Yeah, and then exactly, Conor might try to duck down and a la Ronda Rousey. Go right to sleep.
I can see Conor possibly maybe getting dropped in this fight because he's going to stand and bang with him. But at the end of the day, I see Conor cracking him. Second round.
And just also, we forgot about another fight from Saturday, Jaime Munguia and Spike O'Sullivan.
Hey, Solomon landed some bombs on him.
Yeah, but man, you know what? They both got some chins, man.
They did. And again, that's great matchmaking.
Yeah, that was a perfect fight to bring him into 160.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually text Robert right after that. I was like, hey, give me Triple G and Munguia. I would love to see it now, but I know he's probably going to get another fight. I mean, maybe Rosado type. That would be a good fight because Rosado's a durable fighter too, and Rosado's going to bang and hit him as well. So I would love to see that. But I think Munguia, hopefully the second part of the year.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it first because I don't think he's there yet. He needs at least one more fight at 160, but that was a great fight, man.
Did you see B-Hop and Oscar De La Hoya stand up when he got hit with that right hand and right at the bell? It rang his bell, But hey, he's young, he's durable, and he needed that. So everybody can say, okay, I know where where I'm at now.
Yeah, if you seen him right after at the next round when he actually did good, he came back with a big old smile on his face, like, yep, okay, got you right back.
Yeah, and that's something that I've noticed early in his career. Honestly, was the head movement. I like to see him move his head a little more.
And you know what? He was a little bit more defensive in this fight than he had been in other ones. Because in other fights, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm coming in here. Yeah. And now in this one, I mean, you're watching him go to the body. Yeah. His jab.
Oh, he's a great jab.
That was impressive. I mean, it looked like that was hurting.
Well, he's going into his frame now. I mean, he's 6'1", 6 foot, and he's slender. The 160, he's still a pup, man. And he's making it happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, this guy's going to be. I'm like, dude,
I like the fact that he didn't care about the whole Golden Boy family or not. He said, I'll fight Canelo, anybody.
Oh, yeah. But
like that.
The thing is, that fight, Canelo's already said he won't fight a Mexican fighter again. No. What I honestly think is going to happen this year.
Well, okay. Because, I mean, we're about to end the show right now, but him and David Benavidez, I'm going to tell you this right now. If it happens at 168, I got David Benavidez.
And you know what? It's the same thing. It's the same thing as when they gave a little chatter about him and Zurdo Ramirez. At 175, I said Zurdo.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
And
that's dynamite.
And the only
rumor has it he's trying to get out of somewhere and join somewhere else.
He
got shot down?
Rumor, yeah.
Okay.
But the only reason I say Zurdo will beat him.
Yeah. He's a big dude, man.
Not even that. I've seen a video of them sparring together. And, yeah, Canelo's improved.
Yeah.
But let's just say how he had problems with Kovalev.
Yeah.
That's the problems he was having with Zurdo, but Zurdo ain't no Kovalev at this point in his career. But, I mean, if there was a fighter that I would say he could beat Benavidez and he could beat, oh, yeah, definitely. But I would favor them both. I'm not going to lie. I would favor the other two, but he'd be a live dog in both those fights. Not at
175.
Against Zurdo, I would think so, just because of that hand, the right hand.
Yeah.
And the body work. Yeah. But, I mean, again, I wouldn't make him the favorite just because those guys are just so big.
And I'm not being a Canelo hater. I'm just ready not to just move out of the way and say it's 100% him. Yeah. What I do give to him is that he's willing and ready to fight anybody at any given time.
He's supposed to fight B.J. Saunders, and that's
not an easy
that's probably the
right
toughest fight that he could take.
His boxing skills are going to get tested, and he's going to have to fight a different style of fight. He's going to have to cut the ring off, slow him down, and bang to the body. He may be chasing him for 3 rounds.
This is going to be to see exactly how far he's come since Floyd Mayweather. Because if he was to fight Andre
at the end of his career, he's gonna hug Floyd Mayweather and thank him.
Yep.
And you know what? Serious. Okay, and I'm gonna say this too, guys. Don't get upset. Stop posting freaking Canelo and Floyd again. Come on, it's sailed.
If it happens now, you guys are sick. Like
exactly. Three. It'll go 3 or 4 rounds.
And that's no disrespect to Mayweather because I know he's probably still in tremendous shape. It's just the difference now.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it now.
The people that want to see it are the ones that want to see Floyd hurt.
Yeah.
And you know what? And the only reason they want to see Floyd hurt is because he never was hurt.
Yeah.
Like I've said many times, if they ever ask me or if my kids ever become fighters and they say, who would you want them to be? Floyd. Give me the less amount of damage and the most amount of money.
Absolutely.
He's got all his facilities intact, man.
Yep, he's a business. He's a business. Speaking of business, man, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show today. And sometimes we could just talk boxing, and that's what we do. Talk boxing, talk MMA, talk life, talk real life stories here on The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. We're simply knocking out the competition. Hey, don't forget to reach out to us. Subscribe, www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice. That's www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. Anything else, my man Mike?
Nothing much. Let's just keep going. And 8 straight weeks of combat sports for the next 8 weekends.
Oh, that's it, man.
So
wait, hold on real quick. How's your workouts coming on? Is it today day 4 or what?
Day 3 today.
Day 3?
Day 3, 2 times a day.
Okay. We're going to go right now, but I'm going to tell this about Mike. You got to tell him about that freaking squirrel you found in your dryer, dude. Man.
That was
Check
disgusting.
this out. He goes, Rich, I'm going to be late. He found a squirrel inside his dryer. Come on, man.
Hey, I don't know how that happened. I felt bad for the squirrel. It was burnt.
Come on, bro.
Hey, it's cold out there, Fresno.
Okay, listen. You know what's going on down under with all the kangaroos and all the koala bears, and you burn a squirrel, man.
I didn't burn it. He should have never jumped into my vent.
Okay. Squirrel burnt, man.
Yeah. Terrible.
Only on The Fighter's Voice, man. I'll put Mike on. Wait, show it right there. We're about to go right there. Look, that's my man right there. Look at him. Kilo's. If you see Kilo's hand, he's ready to let loose.
That's that right hand that I was telling you that Rick was going to throw.
That's a stare down, man. Before March 21st, Kilo's going to jump in the ring, be the main event. I'm happy for him, and hey, I'm a big supporter of him, and I'm glad that only on The Fighter's Voice, man, we make it happen.
Yes, sir.
We don't talk about yesterday. We talk about today.
Today and going forward.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, as always, in Fresno, California, it's a wrap. Mad Production Studios, and as always, thumbs up for Richie.
Never down for the count. It's just another wrap. Thanks for listening to the Fighter's Voice Radio Show. Catch us again next week.
Same when, same how.
And always stay connected to the Fighter's Voice on social media. So, on behalf of special guests and the whole crew right here at the Fighter's Voice Radio Show, saying see ya next week, right here on the Fighter's Voice.